My name is Kevin, and if you're new here, the first thing you need to understand is this. I didn't choose this path. This path chose me, over and over and over again for more than 25 years. I became a mentor at 21 years old, back at Embry-Riddle. A guy walked up to me out of nowhere and asked me to sponsor him. I didn't know why. I wasn't trying to be anything. I wasn't putting out any spiritual vibe. People just found me. And after that first one, the next came, and the next, and the next. And eventually, I realized I had mentored hundreds of people, trauma survivors, kids who were hurting, adults carrying secrets, people looking for direction, people who were falling apart but didn't know who else to trust. They all landed in my hands. I didn't call myself a spiritual advisor. The other people did long before I ever understood what that meant. And that calling didn't start at 21. It started long before I was born. My ancestry runs deeper than most people even realize. I'm connected to the pilgrims, the ones who crossed the ocean because something divine told them to go. I'm connected to John Proctor, my 8th great-grandfather, a man who literally died protecting truth during the Salem witch trials. That's martyr blood. That's spiritual backbone baked into DNA. I'm French-Canadian, with indigenous roots, with intuition and emotional radar woven directly into the bloodline. And on the European side, I come from the French monarchy and from Portugal's earliest kings, and the explorers, the visionaries, the mystics. Afonso III, the first king of Portugal, deeply Marian, deeply spiritual, is my ancestor. Prince Henry the Navigator, the man who opened the world, also tied to my line. These aren't fairy tales, these are documented historical facts. My entire lineage is filled with people who guided, protected, saw what others couldn't, navigated the unknown, stood against corruption, carried spiritual authority. And then there's my birth date, August 15th, the feast of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. People don't get it unless they've studied theology, but let me explain it simply. This is one of the most sacred dates in Christianity. Feast day births are considered chosen births, protected, guided, watched, marked. I didn't pick that date. God did. God. My neurodivergence? That's part of it. My sensitivity, my pattern recognition, my intuition, the way my body reacts to spirit, the way I can read people, the way I sense timing. That's wiring. That's how my brain was built to operate. It's an antenna. And all of that matters because of what happened next. Ashley. She wasn't someone I knew for years. She wasn't someone I was close to in the traditional way. She was my first YouTube subscriber, the first person who believed in me online, the first person who looked at me and said, "You're my #1 fan. You're my spiritual advisor. I pick you." She met me twice in person, but she talked to me every day like we'd been connected forever. She saw what I was, before I saw it myself, and when she passed, she didn't leave. She came to me that night. I felt chills all over my body. I apologized to her for not being able to help her more, and she said, "It's okay." But then she said something else, something that hit me and hasn't left me since. I couldn't stay strong enough. And that moment changed me, because I told myself, I need to stay strong now. Not just for me, but for her. Then her favorite song, "Come Undone" by Duran Duran, came on at the exact moment I felt her settle back into heaven. You don't fake that. You don't imagine that. Spirit doesn't do coincidence. And then there was the timer. I didn't even know I did it at the time, but the last day she came to my house. I opened my phone and hit start on the timer. No reason, no plan, just instinct. And it kept running. For 15,067 hours. 7 minutes? 31 seconds. That's how long it had been since she was physically here. I took a screenshot because I couldn't believe it myself. That's soul connection. That's divine timing. That's a spiritual contract. People come into your life for a reason. Some stay, some go, some pass. But the chosen ones leave assignments, and Ashley left me mine. She confirmed everything I had lived for 25 years, that I am, and always have been, a guide, a stabilizer, a spiritual advisor, a chosen soul from a chosen lineage, born on a chosen day, wired with the exact traits I needed to help the people who find me. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber who acts spiritual. I'm not playing a character. I'm not inventing anything. I am exactly who my life proves me to be. My name is Kevin. I've mentored hundreds. I've carried generations of spiritual inheritance. I've been chosen repeatedly by strangers, friends, ancestors, and God. And now, I'm finally stepping into the role I was born for. Not because I wanted to, because I was chosen for it.